You know, what about his kids? And what he's done to them? I mean, she obviously thinks he's worth saving. For a smart woman, she's as dumb as they come.
She seems to know her way around a courtroom.
It's probably not the only room that she knows her way around. Okay, you know what? I'm being catty. I can be a mean girl when I have to. But come on, John, I mean, how many women have to come back from Todd's past and wreck everything?
Margaret, what do you want?
You. I want a second chance.
Get off me. You're dead.
And you're as cute as ever. Oh, don't push me away, Todd. We had a child together. We were lovers. I want a do-over.
Lover's my ass. And you don't get any do-overs, you're dead.
Well, admit it, Todd. If things were different, you would want me.
I've never wanted you, Margaret. You raped me, remember?
And you raped Marty, too, but she gave you a second chance and you fell in love. That's all I want, Todd, is to fall in love with you again.
Just get out of my head, Margaret. You're not real.
That's too late.
I know I can't buy my kid's love, but if I could at least be the one to put a smile on his face Christmas morning, is that so terrible?
Oh, honey, I get it. I was there for some of those holidays with Gigi and Shane, and it was tough. I mean, she'd be pulling extra shifts, walking to work. One time she even cut her own hair. And she still couldn't afford those expensive electronic doodads that all the kids wanted. And Shane, well, he was a trooper, don't get me wrong, but well, he's a kid. It had to hurt.
That's all I'm saying. I just want to make a difference in their life.
One year, when Gigi opened a Christmas account, she was not gonna get caught short again. She saved up $500. Then Shane had one of his asthma attacks and her insurance wouldn't cover it for some dumb reason. Gigi ended up on the hook to the ER for over $1,200. Christmas that year, we're talking a baseball and a couple of framed photos. It was bleak. I caught Gigi in the back room crying her eyes out into a dish towel. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
Look, Vanessa and I spent some time together in Colombia. Not that anything happened. I wouldn't do that to Sarah.
Right, because you love her.
Because I wouldn't do that. But Vanessa saved my life. And then we got back here, we got close, and I'm sorry about Sarah, but...
Look, save it, okay? You're doing it so that Vanessa and Lola don't get deported.
We're not having this conversation.
Yes, we are.
Antonio, you're a cop. You're the chief of detectives. I'm not discussing this with you. I'm not getting you involved.
I'm your brother.
I didn't have a choice.
There are worse things than getting deported.
You're right. There are. Like Vanessa getting a death threat right before the hearing.
Okay, so he shows up at the deportation hearing and tells the judge he's marrying her?
Yep. So she can stay here in this country instead of going back to the dangers of Colombia. But you didn't hear that from me.
Yeah, there's a problem with this plan.
Aside from the fact that it is illegal and he's breaking your heart.
The problem is that whoever's threatening Vanessa is obviously already here.
I didn't say it made sense.
So what are you gonna do?
If he goes through with it, I guess we're done.
Who is this Taya Delgado person?
Apparently, she's Vanessa's lawyer.
So wait, she's representing Vanessa now?
Yeah, I guess. If she hadn't shown up, they would be back in Colombia by now.
Oh, honey, then this Taya's gotta go.
She's a shark. And I know all lawyers are sharks, but she takes the cake. I mean, you know what? If she gets Todd off, what happens to my kids? Huh? I mean, at least if he's put away, locked up, there's a chance that they're gonna have like a halfway normal life. But if Taya Delgado puts him back out on the streets...
Push her out a window?
Don't you hit me! You know about that?
Yeah, someone might have mentioned it to me.
That window thing, that was an accident.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Come on, John, you know I'd never throw you out a window.
I'm in your head for good, Todd. We had a child together, which is more than you and Marty can say. Besides, I've changed.
You haven't changed.
Well, if I were still alive, I would be different.
You haven't changed, and I'll never want you. You make me want to puke, Margaret. If you weren't already dead, I'd kill you.
Now you know how Marty feels.
Benny! It's time for court.
I didn't fly to Todd's defense. I happened to be in town when I heard that he was in jail. I visited him out of curiosity more than anything else. But when I learned that he wasn't hiring an attorney, it became clear to me that he was in some kind of altered state. And no, by that I don't mean that he was unable to tell right from wrong. I mean he was unable to act on his own behalf, which is why I stepped in.
I see, so you're just an angel of mercy.
Every defendant deserves...
You? I'll admit I fell for him, but I didn't know what he had done to me. I didn't know who he was. You knew everything about Todd. How could you let yourself get involved with him?
He can be very charming. I guess I overestimated my ability to walk away from him.
Well, I couldn't walk away from him. And when I could move around, he posted a guard, an armed guard outside my door, which means effectively I was a prisoner. And then he lied to me. He told me I had no friends. He told me I had no family. And then he brainwashed me into believing that he was the only one that could keep me safe from enemies that he invented. That's why I believe that he raped me all over again. And you want to defend him? How could you possibly think you are doing the right thing?
I'm just curious, Marty. Are you angry at me for representing Todd? Or are you just jealous at how that once upon a time he was all mine? Ah!
Marty. Star, are you sure you wouldn't like to come Christmas shopping with me?
I'm positive we have to get to the courthouse, but thank you so much, Aunt Dorian, and thank you, Mr. Stubbs.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you.
Call me Mo.
Call him Maurice.
Lunch is at 1 if you're hungry.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Maurice, would you like to come shopping with me?
Me? I've already got everything I want.
Rex, if I had the money for this Z whatever, I'd give it to you.
Bo's already offered, but I can't take somebody else's money. That's the point. It has to come from me. My bank account's empty.
Mine too. This move wiped me out, and with the economy the way it is, people are not eating out, and when they do, they're not tipping.
Tell me about it. Ultraviolet's about as popular as the morgue. Still gotta figure out a way to pay my staff, the electric bills, the vendors. I can't think about this right now. I need to focus on the task at hand, and that is selling everything I own for Shane.
Well, what do you got? Maybe I can buy something.
Okay. Are you in the market for a vintage t-shirt collection? No. CDs. I have everybody.
You got any Dixie Chicks?
No country. Sorry. How about a flat screen TV?
I'd love to, but I can't afford it.
Whoa. But Mink's 35 can't. Okay, somebody just bid $500 for my TV.
Oh, how much you pay for it?
Well, $1,000, but $500 will buy me a Z-Box. Okay, sold. Money goes into my checking account. Yes, okay, boom. I gotta get to the mall. What do I owe you for the water?
Oh, honey, it's on the house.